I picked a word, fearless, for myself as my word for the year, is like a goal for myself for this year. And that really has been a word that's carried on into blended learning in my classroom. Is how can I be fearless in the classroom and allow my kids to try new things? And it goes back to the growth mindset for my students and for me. And it's that refining in them. It's those classroom discussions that we have all the time. How can we try new things and be okay with learning and growing and refining?
Once the children know the programs that you've worked with your ed tech coach, and they feel confident, then I give them programs that they work on independently while we're doing station rotation, so that they can feel they don't need to come run to me so I can work with the group, but it's also skills on the playlist that's reinforcing what we're doing as far as the ELA. You know, it's ideal for independent learning. Many of those programs are geared for that, and the children just it's customizing their learning.
How can I use technology where the kids can go on a program or go on a website? And I think over this year it's definitely evolved and changed to again, looking at the best strategies and best practices and using technology as a component of that and really making it more blended learning.
I think the important aspect of flexible learning spaces is remembering that they're only flexible if you allow students to move through them during the day. We average 6 to 8 space changes a day. This does not include any group collaboration time. They have decided what space works for them at that moment. As a result, I have students who are fresh, engaged, and happy to be in the classroom. My students arrive at school knowing that they're not going to be stuck in the same place by the same person, at the same desk, in the same chair all day.
I think that this meaningful feedback portion of blended learning has been where I have grown the most. I think that even in the past 2 years, not just in I-4, but in my whole 10 years of teaching, I've never taught in this way that I do now, and that's because of I-4 and focusing on this meaningful feedback part.
It's totally revolutionized the way I teach. You know, all of the technology, from smart boards to the Chromebooks, it has revolutionized it because I get instant feedback. I can customize their assignments. They are more motivated to do the works, because sometimes they don't realize they're actually doing work because it's fun. Most of the kids can do it completely on their own. They know how to log into all their programs, the passwords, and they just feel like, I think it makes them feel empowered. Like they have a say in what they learn. It's not just me dictating all day. They feel happy to come to school, they want to learn, and they know that they're going to have a choice in their learning.
We, when somebody doesn't know how to get to a site, we all help him in a way we can. And if we need each other, we can share answers together.
It's just amazing how much I have learned about my students and how much more connected we feel as a class with this meaningful feedback. I mean, conferencing with them one-on-one is something that I've never done. And I don't even think 2 years ago would have even thought about doing, and had a hard time wrapping my head around it first. But to where I am now, it's just a natural part of our day, and I don't know how I could even teach without it now.
When I had 32 children walk into a room with only 15 desks and chairs, navigating storage, transitions, and guiding students through the process has been enlightening. I've gained a new perspective from my students as they've helped create procedures for our class to remain a flexible space for learning. They are 100% committed to doing whatever it takes to keep these spaces in their classroom. When your students are happy to be in their classroom, the opportunities for learning are limitless. You can ask Mr. Spence to tell you how many times. I know.